This is the Tokyo Brought 23 sneaker channel. Tokyo Brought 23 のスニーカーチャンネルです。毎日アップするので毎日見てください. Every single day I bring you content. I want you to check in every single day for my content from Tokyo, Japan. Today, as with every day, it's a sneaker review and a sneaker that is dropping real soon. Upcoming sneaker releases and information about sneakers is what you get at Tokyo Brought 23. Yesterday it was all about that Air Jordan 14, the Rip Hamiltons that nobody knows much about. And today it's all about another Air Jordan sneaker, but this time it's an Air Jordan 12, which is close to my heart because I love Air Jordan 12, second only to Air Jordan 4s, and it's the Air Jordan 12 Black Reptile. As I said in the introduction, today is all about the Air Jordan 12 Black Reptile, and it is tagged as a women's sneaker, but I don't know if it's going to run in the women's sizes only or if it's going to have a broader size run than you'd usually get with a women's sneaker. But I don't care. I've been very clear on my channel that I believe in gender equality and I believe that we should be fair and equal. I know that these kind of reviews for women's sneakers don't get as many views as other ones, but I don't care. I don't care at all. I believe in gender equality, and even though I'm not a woman, you might not have noticed, but I'm not a woman. I'm still going to bring you women's reviews of women's sneakers. I've done it before. I did it with the Millennial Pinks, the 6's Millennial Pinks. I did it with the UNC Air Jordan 1s. I did something before the New Year break. I can't remember what that one was. But anyway, today, the Air Jordan 12 Black Reptile Women's is what I'm going to be talking about today. But I'm also going to be talking about how I'm a bonehead, I'm a knucklehead, I'm a numbskull, I'm a doofus, any of those things that you want to say. And I told you this yesterday, I told you the day before, and the day before that, and the day before that. It's Friday today, and I've been telling you this now for 5 days. Last week I forgot to say please subscribe to my channel, which is an absolute divvy of a mistake. I'm trying not to cuss on my channel, but it's an absolute divvy of a mistake to not ask you, the viewer, to subscribe to the channel. Honestly, really it is. It's unbelievable. It's a bit like somebody selling you something and forgetting to take the cash. That's exactly what it is. In fact, it's precisely what it is. Imagine if you walked into McDonald's and you ordered a Happy Meal and then you took it away and the person didn't ask you to pay for it and you just walk away. Of course you would. But in YouTube terms, we don't deal with currency, we deal with subscribers. And what I'm missing is all those subscribers last week that would have hit click subscribe for me last week if I had bothered to ask. But because my brain is the size of a pea and my nose is the size of a pyramid, I totally forgot to ask. But anyway, I'm doing it today and I'm doing it this week. I'm being a bit irritating and repeating myself over and over again and saying please subscribe to the channel. 先週、今週はもう4回、今の5回目言うのなんだけど、しつこいかもしれないけど、先週は登録お願いしますというのを忘れて、毎日忘れたね、何の間連続言うのを忘れたから、今週はしつこくまでに登録お願いしますというのですみません。登録、subscribe, Anyway, enough about that. Let's get into the sneaker. Air Jordan 12s are close to my heart because I love the colorway and I love the silhouette. Only after Air Jordan 4s, but that's absolutely ridiculous because I've never owned a pair of Jordan sneakers. Link. I've never owned a pair of Jordan sneakers, but I do love them, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands on a pair of Jordan sneakers for the first time and running through with you, the viewer out there, that sort of stage-by-stage process of buying my first Jordans, of getting them delivered, of unboxing them and getting them on feet for the very, very first time. So if you have a recommendation about Jordans that you think I should get in hand for the very first time, please drop a comment down below. And like I said, visually, Air Jordan 12s are the second favourite in my line after Air Jordan 4s. Once they're on feet, maybe my opinion will change. But that's why I'm happy to bring you this women's release, Air Jordan 12 Reptile, what they call Black Reptile, that's what they're called. Now, there's two important things about these two animals kind of clashing together here. And when I think about it now, they don't actually go well together at all. But there's faux, F-A-U-X, faux crocodile skin on here, and there's faux, F-A-U-X, snake skin on here. And faux means fake. I think it's French for fake. I think it's an exact translation. So you've got these two fake leathers on the upper of this sneaker. I'm not entirely sure why people get a bit fussy about crocodile and snake skin and stuff like that when they wear leather all the time, because that's cow skin. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, cow skin is acceptable to wear, but it's not acceptable to wear snake skin or crocodile skin, so we wear faux of those things. Personally, I'm very humane. I have 2 dogs and I love animals and I love life, so I find it very difficult to cause animals pain. I used to be a vegetarian, but it's actually very challenging in Japan to be a vegetarian. And so I do understand about why people don't want to wear leathers at all, but then why they get all uppity about one animal versus another doesn't really make much sense to me. So but anyway, enough about that. Let's actually have a look at this sneaker here. So you've got that faux crocodile and that faux snake. Now, one of them is on the mud guards for sure. I think I'm right in saying it's the snake, the faux snake material is on the mud guards around the front and the toe section of the sneaker. And it's a sort of tighter kind of patterning on there to represent the snake, which does of course represent snakes because they have that tight kind of patterning on their skin. And then in the other sections, the sort of the sections of the upper, you've got that more random patterning and widerly spaced. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm going to go with it. Let's go with it. Widerly spaced patterning on their bigger sections, smaller sections between each sort of pattern is the faux crocodile sort of design going on there. Now the social status ones, which was cow, was it cow or horse? Oh, somebody told me in the comments which one it was and I've gone and forgotten. Sorry, whoever commented, because I appreciate people commenting. And they corrected me because I think I said it was horse and he corrected me and said it was prime cow hair from China. And then that was on the overlays, and then the panels themselves were sort of the snake design, I think. Was it snake or crocodile? Oh gosh. Comments. I don't mind being wrong. Comments if I'm totally wrong. But I didn't like them because you had a hair and a skin, if you like, a hair and a leather, the hairy overlays and the skin flush panels, which I didn't really like. Whereas on these Jordan 12s, because they're kind of 2 similar designs, I think they actually works quite well. The social status is that hairy bits on them wasn't really my thing, but I do kind of like these 12s, I have to admit. And there are other features on there as well. There are the gold sort of features on there. The gold eyelets, the top 2 eyelets are always unique on Jordan 12s, and you can see that they're gold here. And then going down to that sort of mid-foot arch where there's often branding, you can see that that's gold as well with the word Jumpman in it. And then if you go around to the heel, you've got that always on there on 12s, that insignia that says inspired by the greatest player of all time, and then the number 23 down below that on the heel section to sort of complete that classic Jordan 12 look. And looking at the outsole, you've got a white and black outsole. I think it's a white outsole with black inlays on it, if I'm remembering correctly. At my age, some things slip by. But what definitely you have on the toe section of the outsole is a black Jumpman up there to sort of finish off the sneaker. I think it's a cracking looking sneaker. I can't understand why they wouldn't bring it out in a full size run. Sometimes women's sneakers that have got tagged as women's, they actually bring out in a larger size run than they normally would. I've said in many of my videos before, I just don't know why they just don't bring every sneaker out in a full size run instead of playing this sort of picky idea going along. I would just say, everybody, anyone who wants this sneaker, if you've got size 35 centimeter feet or if you've got 3.5 centimeter feet, which is ridiculous, but anyway, anyone should be able to get their hands on any pair of sneakers. But that's not my choice, that's Nike's choice. My choice is to review them for you, and I think it's a bang looking sneaker. Nike, if you're listening, bring them out in a wider size run. That's enough from me today. I'm going to check off now and say thanks for checking in. I will be back tomorrow as I always am with my daily content. I know on Sunday I've already lined up to bring you that Tokyo Maze Nike Air Jordan 1, but tomorrow is another Air Jordan 1, but it's that just bizarre Susan. Man alive, that sneaker had me confused, the Susan. I was like trying to look at it from all different angles and I couldn't work it out. But that's what I'll talk about tomorrow. If you're interested in that or sneakers in general or just checking out my content, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.